All rise.
Thank you. You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on the record and we continue the state's case in chief. Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. McCulley, I just have a few more questions for you, all right? Earlier, you described Isaac Apodaca and Kiara's relationship as rocky. Was one of them dominant in the relationship?
Yes.
Can we report that?
Yes.
Ms. McCulley, are you afraid of Isaac Apodaca?
I was only afraid of him once.
And do you remember the date?
April 4th, 2022.
I pass the witness. Can you approach again, Your Honor?
Come on up. Cross-examination.
Yes, 1 second, Judge. All right. Good. I think it's somewhat. Good morning, Ms.
Morning.
McCulley. Now, if we go back to that day that you were discussing with Mr. Long on the 29th of October 2022, you were not sure whether the door was locked or unlocked on that particular day, correct?
What day?
On the date of the incident, or the alleged incident, the morning of during the day on October 29th, 2022?
It was morning. And are you talking about the garage door or my back door?
The garage door.
I have no idea. I never went out there.
Okay. You stated something about Mr. Apodaca being kicked out of his house. You didn't personally observe him ever being kicked out of a house, correct?
No, I did not.
Okay. You stated that there was an incident with a broken thumb that Kiara had, right, with Mr. Apodaca?
April 4th, 2022.
Okay. In that incident, so there was a broken thumb. Was there a tussle of some sort? You know, what exactly happened?
My understanding was that there was
Well, but without going into what you, I mean, you all you know of is a broken thumb that was suffered by Mr. Or I'm sorry, by Miss McCulley, correct?
I was there for the aftermath.
Okay, and that case was actually dismissed by the state of New Mexico, correct? By the First Judicial District Attorney's Office, the
That is what I understand.
District Attorney prosecuting this case. Okay, Your Honor, I'd like to approach what's going to be marked as Defense Exhibit A.
Mr. Nair, you may continue, sir.
Thank you, Judge. May I approach?
That's not what we said. That's not what we talked about. You have to ask her.
So, have you ever seen the actual notice of dismissal by the state of New Mexico?
No, I have not.
You have not? Okay, Your Honor, can we approach?
Yes.
Oh. All right. Now, on that particular day, in regards to you were discussing something about dinner that Isaac was cooking, possibly
Could you clarify what day you're in reference to?
on October 28th, 2022.
Yes.
Okay, and you don't really know or actually have any personal knowledge of remembering whether Isaac, in fact, was cooking dinner that night, correct?
Yes, he was. He made dinner for them.
Okay. Were you there present when he was making dinner?
Yes, we were both in the kitchen at the same time.
Okay. And the relationship between Grace, I mean, you would say that the relationship between Grace and Kiara was pretty toxic, correct?
I did not use that term, no.
Okay. It was not a good relationship between Grace and Kiara, correct?
It ended poorly. It was a great relationship prior to that.
Okay. But there was a lot of tension between the two leading up to October of 2022, correct?
I don't believe they were even in conversation before October 29th
Okay.
of 2022.
So so it's safe to say that the relationship had deteriorated.
Their relationship ended when Kiara was in 8th grade.
Okay. Now, do you say that the relationship had deteriorated to the point that Grace could easily provoke Kiara?
Yes.
Okay. And you stated that there was a 20 to 30-minute shower by Kiara on the day. And when I'm talking about the day, I'm talking about the day in question that you've been discussing. So on October 28th, there was a 20 to 30-minute shower by Kiara that day, correct?
You mean October 29th?
29th, excuse me, yes.
October 29th, yes, she took a shower in the morning.
Okay. And you said that was early to, or I mean, that was around mid-morning, or could have been later than mid-morning? You just don't remember, correct?
I don't know the exact time.
Okay, so it's kind of easy to lose track of the day?
It's been 4 years.
Okay, so you just don't remember, and it was a Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you were just doing household chores around the home?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you stated that Kiara ran into your house when officers arrived, correct?
I did not see the officers until she was in the house.
Okay, but
I
she
do not know that she was running from the officers, if that's what you're asking.
but she was running into your house, you had testified to, correct?
Yes, she ran into the house to talk to me.
Okay. And you stated that the sword purchased by Kiara was purchased before October of 2022?
No.
Okay. When was the sword purchased?
The sword, I do not know who purchased it. It was on her Amazon account.
Okay. And you said that Kiara opened the sword on
The
October.
package came in on the 27th of October, which would have meant that it was probably ordered the week prior.
Ma'am, can you, I understand this is a,
You
sensitive
asked for
subject.
clarification. I'm trying to give it.
You interrupted me, ma'am. So I understand this is, so let me ask a question and then we can go back and forth, and I'll try not to interrupt you if you can do the same. But what I'd like to ask is, so I'll ask a follow-up. Kiara opened the sword on October 27th of 2022, according to your direct examination testimony with Mr. Long, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what I was going to get to next, because you've already answered. It was on Kiara's Amazon account, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Now tell me about this medieval reenactment group that you're a part of.
I am no longer a part of it. I was in the SCA for 12 years in my 20s.
Okay, and Kiara was involved in this society?
No,
Okay, but Kiara knew a lot about how to interact with swords through you and your involvement in
it's not a
sword collection.
discussion we had, no.
Okay. Now, you had stated that on direct that you didn't know of, you never saw Kiara ever accessing Isaac's phones. You were never with Kiara all the time when she was with Isaac, correct?
No, I was not with them all the time.
Okay. And you really didn't know a lot about your daughter, correct?
I knew my daughter very well, thank you.
Okay. But you had said that you didn't think that this sweet person that you knew would stab someone to death, correct?
I didn't say that, that's from your mouth.
Yeah, but
I said she was a sweet person.
okay, but you didn't know that she would stab somebody to death. That was my question.
No, I would not have suspected that.
Okay. And you do know of Grace threatening Kiara with knives previously?
I heard that, yes.
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
Okay. Thank you. Now, you also observed Kiara role-playing with armor and middle-age style Dungeons and Dragons, correct?
No,
No?
no. We had one session of D&D, and Isaac was present at the time.
Okay. Can we admonish a witness to just answer my questions and not go into tangents, Your Honor?
You can direct the
Okay.
witness by the way you ask the question.
Okay,
counsel.
yeah. So can you please just answer the question as I ask it?
Then no,
Okay. So Kiara never role-played with armor and middle-age style Dungeons and Dragons, you're saying?
no,
Okay. 1 second, Your Honor. Did Kiara ever express an interest in middle-aged armor?
armor, no.
Okay. Do you remember doing an interview with police in this case?
Yes,
Okay. Would it help if I refresh your memory with what you told officers in this case?
no.
It would not.
I do not want to hear it. I can't relive that day again.
Okay. Would you have said something differently to officers on that particular day?
I have no idea. That was 4 years ago.
Okay. And would you have said that Kiara was interested in middle-age armor?
Armor? No. She was interested in Ampgard. There is a difference.
What is Ampgard?
Ampgard is a different reenactment group.
Okay. And you wouldn't have said that Kiara was described as an artist interested in middle-age armor?
Asked and answered.
I'll allow the question if you recall making that statement.
I would not have said armor. She was interested in the Middle Ages and in reenactment.
Okay.
Armor is too specific.
Yana, can I play this audio to impeach?
Yes.
Okay. So, Ms. McCulley, you do remember doing an interview with Officer Jared Allaire on October 29th, 2022, correct?
I talked to a lot of officers. I don't know any of their names.
Okay, but you remember doing an interview on that particular day with an officer at the police station?
Yes,
Okay. And you remember discussing swords that are used, discussing that Kiara uses, or that Kiara is interested in Middle Ages, in the armor. Do you remember saying that?
it's possible I said it that way.
Okay. So you did use the word sword. or armor, excuse me.
It's possible.
Okay. All right. Now, so you stated also that Grace had previously threatened Kiara.
Objection, hearsay.
Well, she answered that, Judge, I mean, previously.
Overruled.
Thank you, Judge. So you did previously say that Grace had threatened Kiara with a knife. Had that happened multiple times?
I was told that Grace had threatened her with a knife, yes,
Okay,
but only one instance that I'm aware of.
okay. Thank you. Now, Kiara had been living in your house for,
Her entire
Violent.
life.
okay. And then she had moved into the detached garage, you said in 2022 with
2021.
2021, okay. And you stated that the garage did not have a bathroom or a kitchen, so Kiara would have to go into the house, correct?
Correct.
And she would have to go into the house to wash clothes and do different things.
Yes.
Okay. And she was washing her clothes on that particular day, on October 29th, 2022, correct?
No, she was not doing laundry.
The washer was on, correct?
I was doing laundry. I was washing a rug.
Okay. And you stated Isaac and Kiara were engaged at one point?
Yes.
Okay. And so it's safe to say that Kiara had very strong feelings for Isaac, correct?
I would presume so, yes.
Okay. And Kiara also had very strong jealousy towards Grace, correct?
Jealousy?
Objection, Your Honor.
I wouldn't.
Foundation.
Yep.
Okay.
Ray asked the question.
Do you know of any relationship that, or anything that Grace may have had with Isaac?
I understood that they were friends previously.
Do you know of do you have any personal knowledge of any sort of jealousy that Kiara may have had towards any sort of friendship that Isaac and Grace had?
No.
Okay. Now, on the 29th, you did not know anything that was going on in your compound, in that detached garage that was close to your house?
No, I did not.
You did not hear any screaming?
No.
You did not hear any sort of moaning or any other noises from that detached garage?
There are 27 feet between the garage and the house. Both doors were closed.
Okay. But if somebody were to be,
You could scream on the top of your lungs in the garage and I would not hear it.
even if you're stabbed 17 times, or more than a dozen times by a sword?
You could scream on the top of your lungs and I would not hear it.
Okay. And you said it was how many feet?
27.
Okay. And you didn't see any blood or anything else?
No, I did not.
Okay. At what point did you approach the detached garage on that particular day?
When I gave the key to the officer to unlock it.
Okay. And that was the first time you saw any blood?
I did not see any blood.
You still did not see any blood?
I did not go in the garage. I was not allowed to go in the garage.
Okay. Now, you were talking about whether Isaac was sick or not. You don't personally know whether Isaac was actually sick or not. You're not a doctor, are you?
No, I am not a doctor, but I do have common sense.
Okay. And you are Kiara McCulley's mother, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You want what's best for Miss McCulley, correct?
I want what's best for me right now. Thank you.
Okay. So you're stating that you did not witness what happened in the garage, correct?
No, I did not.
Okay. And you did not see Isaac harm anyone, correct? On October 29, 2022?
No, I talked to him
Okay,
for less than
that's all I,
15 minutes.
that's all I asked, yeah, okay. So you have really no personal knowledge of what happened in the garage that particular day, correct? According to
No,
you?
I don't.
Okay. 1 second, Judge. Now, Kiara never told you why she ordered the sword?
I was never told she ordered the sword.
Okay. And you didn't actually witness the April 4th, 2022 argument, correct?
I was there for the aftermath.
Okay,
So no, I did not.
okay. And you don't know whether Kiara had hit Isaac, correct? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. And you don't know who the first aggressor was? Yes.
No.
Okay. Kiara could have called Santa Fe PD back, correct? On that particular day?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Okay. Now, you talked about a John in your yard. Can you describe this John?
There was a person walking from my front to the back gate. I think for his privacy, it's unimportant
Okay.
to give you his description.
Do you know how Kiara, you don't know how Kiara advertised her services, correct?
My understanding was it was on some app.
Okay. Now, are you sure about this John in his yard, or could this possibly be made up?
Well, since I physically saw him,
Okay. And you said, I think I heard you say around $50 to $2,500 per model?
that's my understanding, yes.
Okay. And did Kiara tell you that Grace was involved in this whole business model?
What are you talking about?
Did Kiara ever told you who was actually involved in this whole situation with the models?
Objection.
The models are a hop.
Hold on. If there's an objection, stop talking until the court rules.
I can rephrase it, Your Honor.
Hang on, I don't know what the objection is.
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Yeah, I can rephrase it. Do you have a personal knowledge of Grace's involvement in all of this?
In all of what?
In everything involving the models?
The models was a hobby from Isaac. There was no business involved.
Okay,
in
but
that.
do you know if Grace was involved in this whole?
In his hobby, no.
Okay. Now, you'd also discussed thinking about not evicting Kiara and how Kiara was threatening to move out, correct?
She threatened to move out when I tried to evict Isaac.
Okay. Did Kiara often threaten you to get what you wanted?
No.
Okay, but was that something she was kind of threatening you at that particular time, correct?
She said she would go live on the street with him. It wasn't a threat.
Okay. Now, did Kiara ever tell you some of the disorders or illnesses that she may have,
Objection. Hearsay.
do you, I can rephrase that, I'm sorry. You know of any sort of illnesses or disorders that plagued Kiara?
Objection. Foundation.
Okay,
Objection sustained.
all right. You know if she actually dropped out of high school or you withdrew her from high school?
She dropped out of high school.
Okay, and that would have been Capital High School?
No,
Which high school would that have been?
it was an online school.
Okay. It's safe to say, Ms. McCulley, with all due respect, you don't know a lot about your daughter, correct?
I know a lot about her, but it's been 4 years.
I understand. But early on in the direct examination, you kind of hesitated in answering even what her age was. You were kind of,
I was making sure I got it correct.
okay,
I am allowed to think.
okay. And now in regards to her schooling, you don't really remember, correct?
Objection. Argumentative.
Sustained.
Okay. I'll move on, Judge. You stated 27 feet from the house to the garage. Did you actually measured this?
Yes, I'm working on putting in a pergola.
Pergola.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Redirect.
Ms. McCulley, you mentioned that the model building was a hobby.
Yes.
And was that a hobby of Isaac's, a hobby of Kiara's, or a hobby of Isaac and Kiara's?
It was Isaac's hobby.
Okay. And do you know where Mr. Isaac Apodaca got the money to buy the models?
I do not.
Nothing further.
This witness released or retained?
The state would reserve her for rebuttal.
So you'll be able to step down now. The attorneys will stay in touch with you and let you know if you need to come back and testify again. So in the interim, don't discuss your testimony with anyone. Don't seek out any information about the case. You may step down.
Thank you.
Judge, maybe we publish the exhibit.
You can offer it.
Your Honor, we'd like to introduce Defense Exhibit A, the Noli Prosecchi by the State of New Mexico, First Judicial District Attorney's Office.
Any additional objections?
I don't think that's what the document's called, Judge.
It was a Noli, Judge. We can approach.
It's not a no.